Powered by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
This is Frank Frangie. Planning a summer road trip? Before you load up the family and hit the highway, make sure your tires are ready for the miles ahead. Big Chief Tire now offers special online-only tire pricing, giving you access to the best tire deals when you shop through their website. It's an easy way to save money and drive with confidence this summer. Shop online and schedule installation at WeKeepJacksRollin.com. Your next road trip starts with the right tires.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Northeast Florida isn't just where we work, it's our home. I'm Chris Campione, and when an accident turns your life upside down, you need a law firm that truly understands this community. At Campione Law, we treat our clients like neighbors, not case numbers, and you don't pay a dime unless we recover for you. From semi-truck accidents to medical malpractice and even workers' compensation, we handle it all. Visit CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campione Law.
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
Tommy Mack here for Duval Glass and Mirror. You don't have to remodel your entire home to make a big impression. Sometimes all it takes is a beautiful frameless shower, a custom-cut mirror, or just replacing that fogged, cracked, or outdated glass that's been bothering you for years. Jacksonville homeowners trust Duval Glass and Mirror for expert craftsmanship, honest service, and flawless results. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote today. There's only one name for glass and mirror. It's Duval.
My name is Chris, and I'm a client of DexaFit Jacksonville. A scale only tells you your weight, but a DEXA scan shows you what's really happening inside your body. In just 5 minutes, I learned my body fat percentage, muscle mass, bone density, and visceral fat levels. Tracking those numbers helped me see real progress and stay motivated. Kelly and the entire team at DexaFit Jacksonville are knowledgeable, professional, and a great resource. Search DexaFit Jacksonville and schedule your scan today.
I'm Jared Justice with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. 3-star cornerback Kumari Whitfield has committed to Florida. The Orlando native chose the Gators over Oregon and Nebraska. The United States plays Belgium tonight in the knockout round. Hacker will be live throughout the game, and JJ LaSelva will react live on the 1010XL YouTube page at the conclusion of the match. 1010XL has World Cup updates all day. It's 87 degrees at 6 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Aaron Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Of our 250th birthday, can't help but think of Tin Soldiers and Nixon's Coming. We're finally on our own. This summer I heard the drumming, 4 dead in Ohio. Probably the end right there of the counterculture and the movement against authority. There were really 3 things, for those of you who never studied the 60s, and I get it, this happened May 4th, 1970. There were really 3 huge changes. All right, the hippie movement had taken place. Vietnam was going on. For the first time, teenagers were saying, screw authority. We're not going to listen to mom and dad. We're not going to listen to our teacher. We're not going to listen to our coach. We're not going to listen to anyone in government. We just want peace and love. Peace and love. There were very few diseases back then. right? So everyone was just getting after it, sticking flowers in their hair, and peace was the calling, right? Didn't work out that way, obviously, with President Nixon. But you look at the Manson murders in the summer of '69, Altamont in December, the free concert in Northern California where the Hells Angels got free beer as bouncers for the Rolling Stones and others, deaths in the crowd, and then, of course, right there at Kent State, those three things really changed a lot. Boycotting. People saying enough is enough, is enough, is enough, is enough. Fighting for what is right in America, depending on what side you did choose. Today, it's about a red card. And people who don't even watch soccer, who are so incredibly outspoken about how they're not going to watch tonight, and they're rooting for Belgium. All right? That's what you got. Amazing to me. And I get it. And I said it on, I guess, Thursday. We were off Friday. I said, all I want is for people to get along. All I want is for people to be happy, people to be healthy. I want everyone to be successful. I don't garner any excitement over someone who is suffering, someone who is losing. I don't. Doesn't matter who the president is, doesn't matter what side they come in. I've been very, 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 very fortunate, very lucky, very blessed. I wish you were all the same. Yeah, I've had massive valleys. Climb my ass back up. On the heels of our 250th birthday, this is now dominating our country. People do not want the United States to win tonight because President Trump, even though there's no appeal process, flexed his muscles. He's a bully. He acted like a bully. Is it corrupt? Hell yeah. Absolutely, it's corrupt. But this time it worked for the United States of America. Frankly, I freaking love it. I do. He wants to win. Imagine if everyone in our country wanted to win the way that he wants to win. To me, it is spectacular. But I understand the hate, okay? There's hate. There's no in between. There's love, there's hate. And it's 50% of you. And I would never try to change your opinion on who you like and who you do not like. But it's not the soccer players' fault. Okay? They had nothing to do with it. For all we know, every single player on the soccer team could have voted against Donald Trump. We don't know. But it's just another situation where I'm trying to figure out, do people just hate America and this gives them more material, or do they hate the president? And no matter what he does, they are going to play that role. I mean, New York is vicious, right? Did any Knicks fan boycott when President Trump went to the Knicks game last month? I mean, the Knicks hadn't won in what? Since Nixon was the president. The New York Knicks haven't won since 1973. I heard everything about, oh, we shouldn't be there. Okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that. If that's your opinion, fine. But did New Yorkers say, we don't want the Knicks to win? Brittany Griner, last administration. That ruffled a lot of feathers. So again, this isn't just with the current president. This happens all over, okay? People do not like what is going on. And the way around it now is more than boycotting, which to me says something. Hey, for what it's worth, I Googled it before the start of the show. I used AI. No one boycotted the WNBA when she came back. No one said, that's it. I'm not going to watch anymore. And I understand her days, for the most part, were over. And it's a very, very sad situation, the entire story. But again, Look at those examples. Look at the United States winning the gold medal this year, men and women. Look at how our country reacted when the phone call came in, when it was announced that they would actually go to the White House. I'm just having a lot of issues trying to understand why you go after the athlete. Okay? That I don't get. They are there playing for us as a country. And just because you do not like the man in charge, and again, I get it. If you don't like him, fine. That's fine with me. Again, I've had no problem with anyone. Okay? I've been very, very lucky, and things have gone fantastic for me regardless of who was in office. And I'll knock on wood. And that's the way I want it to be. I'm not looking for people to suffer because of who they voted for. I mean, to me, it seems so simple. Find a way, agree, fix things. You want to do something? Fix it. Is boycotting going to fix it? Is rooting for Belgium tonight going to fix it? These kids have worked their entire life for this moment. And because the guy who's running our country does what he does, all of a sudden you're not going to root for these kids? ESPN, 2 stories today, front page, negative pieces. The media's all over it. Most of the media agrees with at least half of you. This is bad for the United States. This is bad for the World Cup. Sam Borden had a cup of coffee here. Florida Times Union, 10, 12, whatever years ago it was. Calls out everyone today. Mark Ogden as well. If they win tonight, it's tainted. At least I'll give him credit. At least he actually got to the game and talked about it. That if it's a win, it is a tainted win. I just wish we could get along. And it's sad, the timing of it. I mean, I wish at least a week went by. What a spectacular 3-day weekend. 250 years in the greatest country of all. Yet here it is on a Monday, and you can just feel it. I mean, those mean streets of Twitter. Don't give me East St. Louis. Don't give me Gary, Indiana. Don't give me the south side of Chicago. Don't give me Bartram Springs, right off of Phillips and Racetrack. The streets right now of Twitter are freaking vicious. Polluted. Hate. Over a sporting event. Hate. And it's so incredibly sad. You know, I'm a happy guy. I honestly am. The only time I get mad, really, is outside of absurd drivers in this town, is when my sports teams lose. I'm a happy guy who some people actually enjoy when I get angry. I can do that easy. You know what I do? I almost never get sad. That's an emotion I have trouble getting. I just don't get sad. I'm sad today. I am. I mean, Hayes this asked me for, the youngsters watching. It's like, man, how do you cut through all this? This has taken over the game. And I've added to the problem. But the microphone is my steroid. The microphone is my drug. And I never go down this road, but I'm just so incredibly disappointed. And it's not because I lean one way or I lean the other. It's because we're fighting each other over this. And again, I'm going to say it for the 3rd time. And it's true. It's genuine. Whether you like me or dislike me, doesn't matter. Just listen. I want you to do well. I want you to be happy. I want you to be healthy. I don't care who you voted for. And if it's totally against what I agree with, guess what? I still want you to do well. Why is that so hard? Why is it so hard? I'm asking. Tell me. Why is it so hard? I know a hell of a lot more about politics than I do about the World Cup. I don't talk about it with you. I'll never talk about it with you. I just won't. I'll lose half of you. Half of you will love me that much more. Half of you will despise me that much more. I'm not going to get into it. But damn it, why can't we just get along? People want to see other. I remember when I told you that I'm not going to make it about me. Never mind. When I had to take the jab, man. I mean, some of the comments that people said, because I had to do it to go in the Jaguars locker room. But again, it became political, and it's, you did this, well, I hope this happens to you. And it's just like, man, what happened here? What happened to John Lennon's peace and love and no war? Let's make love. Again, no diseases. The hippies, well, I guess you had a couple. The hippies just went from one room to another, man. They shared food. They shared each other. They slept on couches. They slept on or in VW wagons. So I'm sad by this. I am. My opinion is not going to change anything that you're already thinking. But again, it just it saddens me that it's come to this. And if this was in late July or August, I wouldn't feel the same. But man, it's 48 hours after our 250th birthday. Now, they say timing is everything. It's like, really? I mean, I never would have assumed that I would have rolled in here on a Monday and this would have been the case. Did Trump bully this situation? Hell yeah, he did. I'm not walking away from that. I read it all after the situation in their last game. There's no appeal process. Well, I guess that's not true. And it happened with Ronaldo years ago. His 3-game suspension went to 1. I think that was in Ireland when that happened. I just think it's healthier to get along. I think it's easier with your blood pressure. I think it's easier with your stress level, which is really the silent assassin. You know what kills more people? Not guns, not knives. Stress. Stress. Are you really stressing over the fact that the red card was changed? Are you really stressing about that? You're hurting yourself internally. You're hurting your organs. You're hurting your heart. You're really stressing over a red card? Oh, everyone's going to hate us now. We bullied up once again. Who cares? Who cares? It's a game. There's a lot of people out there that are happy about this. There's a lot of people out there that are like, yeah, let's go. We got you. Let's pull off the upset. I do care, folks. I do. I don't care who's running the country. I don't care what the situation is. I don't wish bad. I want you all to do well, be happy, be healthy. I wish we could get along. I do. And a situation like this just exposes the ugliness that has been going on forever But right now, man, I don't even know what the breaking point is. I don't even know how you can possibly begin to solve this. Again, it's really, really sad for me. So what I want the United States to win. Do you think less of me? I want the USA to win. Yeah. Belgium. I want the United States over Belgium. That's my opinion. Tonight's show is brought to you by the good folks over at Shmunez Vision. Huge fan of them. All right. Eyesight, man, it's going. It's going in us all. But no matter who you are, the older you get, the eyes tend to get away. Make yourself an appointment today at Shmunez Vision. This is a family business, 3 generations. Too many people are rolling into town here, buying up mom and pop places. They don't care about you in Jacksonville. They don't care about you the way I care about you. I just said it. They don't care about you the way that the Shmunezes care about you, right? They're not going anywhere. They're not going to sell out to someone who rolls into town. Make yourself an appointment today. 37 years plus of experience when it comes to laser eye surgery or just surgery in general. Check them out online, Shmunez Vision. You can also go to Instagram and get everything on Shmunez. Hate to start the week with such a sad story. I invite your comments, pro or con. And if I decide to go that route tonight, because I got a few other things planned, I'll get to them. But I just want you to understand, that's really the way that I feel. I wish it wasn't like this. I wish that we could come together, not divide more. And today is not that. Unfortunately, it's the exact opposite.
They're partners.
That could be what makes his people so touchy-feely.
They're friends.
They hug all the time.
They're family.
You're jealous. Of you?
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser are the drill.
Ha!
Mornings on 1010XL.
I'm laughing inside.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
I'm Rick Ballou. DraftKings is live in 50 states, all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Florida. Win or go home. That's it. The World Cup knockout round, and DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in Florida, so whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you are in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Florida, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code 1010XL, spend $5 and get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code 1010XL. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions. Dollars that expire in 1 year ends July 19th. Terms, dkng.co/predictions promo.
This is Victor Patel, CEO of North Florida Medical Center. Have you been in an auto accident? Are you feeling pain or stiffness? Our board-certified team has over 15 years' experience helping patients recover through chiropractic care, physical therapy, pain management, primary care, and neurology. Even minor injuries can cause long-term problems if left untreated. Schedule your free consultation today at nfmcjax.com. North Florida Medical Center, bringing the care back to healthcare.
Make more birdies with pointers from the pros on Brunch with the Tour with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
Tour news, tips, and inside info.
Teed up on Clearwater Irrigation and North Florida Medical Centers. Tuesday morning at 8:30.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter? I came right over.
It's my water, Jason. Smell this.
Yeesh.
That came out of my tap, Jason. I'm worried there's a lot more in there than just H and 2 and O.
Well, yeah. In Jacksonville, we have some of the hardest water in Florida. There's calcium carbonate in there and magnesium sulfate and...
I'm sorry, calcium... What now?
It's the same stuff that makes those cool stalactites in caves.
Well, it's making my shower all powdery, my tap's all crusty, and caves make me claustrophobic.
Put on these sunglasses.
Whoa.
Call Bueller Air and Plumbing. And our water treatment experts will do a free water quality test. We'll check for minerals, bacteria, anything that might make your water smelly or damage your plumbing or appliances.
And if it's bad, you can fix it?
Your glasses will come out cleaner, your shampoo will lather better.
I like a good lather, Jason.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Warmer weather, longer days, lighter meals, more time outside. Summer gives weight loss a head start. Awaken 180 gives you the plan to make it happen. Ride the momentum with Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer.
Retired U.S. Navy Commander Chris Valdivia from American Roll-On Roll-Off Carrier. The hardest transition isn't deployment, it's coming home. Be part of the solution at ONU's Mission Possible Gala, October 17th at Sawgrass Marriott. For information and to register, go to onuvets.org. That's onuvets.org.
This is David Garrard, and as a former quarterback in the NFL, I used to take a lot of knee punishment from defensive linemen. But with the PRP treatment at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, my knee problems are well behind me.
This is Patrick Malarkey. My friend Jeannie recently had hip replacement surgery at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and she's doing really well. My experience at Southeast Orthopedic has been nothing short of exceptional.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Classic rock, yesterday's favorites, today's hits. Warm outside and the traffic is stuck. Tonight's show brought to you by the great folks over at Miller Electric. I'm going to tell you much more about them in just a couple of minutes. They are a great company right here in a great city. Love my city. Love my country. Okay? I do. The word around that is right after the four were gunned down in Kent State, the Canadian Neil Young called Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And I guess Stephen Stills went to high school here in Jacksonville. And they put that song together in like 48 hours, which, by the way, back then was very, very hard to do. Nowadays, you can pull up your own sound machines or whatever the heck it is on your computer. Back then, you got to write the music. You got to write the lyrics. You got to get a studio. You got to get a recording device, and then you got to push it out to radio stations across the country. And they were able to do that in a very, very small period of time. Oh, man. What's going on, Jared? How you doing? You starting to settle in now? What's the latest on your couch?
The couch has been procured.
Okay.
I'm waiting. It's supposed to be delivered sometime this week. So,
did it set you back? Did you get a good price on it?
I got a decent enough price. For
okay.
it.
I thought we would be good after I put a solid effort into it, and then I guess Taylor Dahl put effort into it as well.
Yeah, it was a team effort. It was a group outing. We got it accomplished. But the big thing was I'm not bringing up that I'm not taking it up 2 flights of steps.
No,
that's not with my go gadget knee.
Right,
like
the old football injury.
Yeah. It would be very bad.
No doubt about it. Tonight's game, the United States, a big dog here to plus 155, over under 2.5. So, interesting way to look at it. You think the USA can pull off an upset, you're getting money back. Again, $1 will bring you back $155 plus your original $100. The Brandon Ayuk story is just out of this world. I mean, it's almost like he's setting himself up for his next career as a wrestler. I mean, why would he do what he is doing? He is so talented as a wide receiver. And I think I probably would have had a different opinion on this, at least somewhat, a year ago. But what I do is I listen. And when James Gladstone got to Jacksonville, he said something that I had never heard in my life. Part of their process in building a football team is finding players who love the game of football. And I was like, what are we talking about here? You know, everything else, the culture of the team, get rid of the losing side of it. And some of it was pretty cool to try to understand, you know, when he's talking about the ecosystem and talking about being intangibly rich and all of that. Okay, it was a little bit of a lesson, and I've always enjoyed it. I really thoroughly enjoy listening to James Gladstone talk. I mean, to me, he could talk about the bottle of water here to my right and make it at least somewhat interesting because of his vocabulary. And not only that, but where he goes. But the love of the game, I was like, please. Maybe there is something to that. I don't care if you could get him for nothing. Who wants to bring Brandon Ayuk into your locker room today? This type of drama? I mean, here's probably what's going to happen. There's going to be a team that is so desperate that they'll give in. The Raiders are always a good team for that. They are. Even though Brady, you know, last week came out, which is another absolute. You want to boycott something? Boycott Tom Brady for being the number one color analyst in the world at 35 million plus, who came out last week and said, it all starts with me, with his role with the Las Vegas Raiders. And again, can you imagine if he had that role with the New England Patriots? Can you imagine if he had that role with the Giants or the Jets or the Cowboys? It's the Raiders, and the Raiders don't win. So it's like, it's not a big deal. You know when it will be a big deal? If Fernando Mendoza is a star. If Genti turns into a star. If Brock Bowers gets healthy. If they get after it defensively and in a very difficult division, they start winning. They go to the playoffs. They start winning. Then, all the people here who could really care less, then it will be a big deal. You got to go back to the John Madden Raiders or the Tom Flores led Raiders. Heck, John Gruden should have won one with the Raiders. That's the tuck rule. Another thing that's tainted, right? The tuck rule was tainted. His college roommate at Michigan, Charles Woodson, sacked him. We waited for like 3 minutes. All of a sudden, like, what's going on? The Patriots still have the ball. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious when that took place. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to. But anyway, Brandon Ayuk, has he really put himself out of the league? By listening to those comments, it appears that something is really, really, really wrong. And I keep referring to the BU study about well over more than 1,000 former football players who have passed. Their brain has been studied at Boston University, and the percentage was like 92%, somewhere in that neighborhood, of some form of CTE. When I saw this with Brandon Ayuk, that was my initial reaction. He's got the Antonio Bryant situation going on. Did you see what Antonio Bryant said today on Twitter? Again, the streets of Twitter right now are filthy, okay? But I read this today, and I was like, damn, Antonio, what's gotten into you? Let me read it to you. And I quote, this is not from yours truly. This is from Antonio Bryant, and I quote, why do fat people always say that they barely eat? End of quote. Hey, I'm fat, and let me tell you something right now. I eat, brother. Okay? So you can't stereotype that one because I don't miss meals. And I think it was my late granddad who said it on my mother's side, who served our country in the Navy. He used to say, Grandpa, what do you want for dinner? He said, I don't care. But whatever it is, just make sure there's a whole lot of it. And it was the best. So anyway, you want to comment on Brandon Ayuk? And listen, the Jags don't need a wide receiver. But I wouldn't want him here. And I'm the same guy who always questions character. How you need some bad guys. I love when Florida State had bad guys. I love when Florida State was getting players arrested. Why? They won games. They did. Look at this Jaguars team. They're all good human beings. They're not breaking the law. They're not getting arrested. I still think having a dog or two on your club can be a good deal. But not this guy. Not after what he said to Daniels and what he said to the folks out there in D.C. This is going to be a pretty cool story to monitor. Again, in my opinion, a team will be so desperate that they will end up bringing him in. All right, the show is brought to you by Miller Electric. Hey, no matter where you go in the city, what do you see? Building, 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 and building. 96 plus years Miller Electric has been around. So if you're a current electrician and you believe you're undervalued, you believe that you are underpaid, go to Miller Careers. If school is not for you, you want to get into a trade, being an electrician is absolutely going to be around forever. Okay? Go to Miller Careers. If school is too expensive for you, go to Miller Careers. If you're at the crossroads right now and you want to change your career, Miller Careers. Now, all sorts of positions. Again, if you're currently an electrician, starting point there. If you need to learn the trade, starting point there. Top pay, top benefits, incredible culture, and it's a company where people actually do care about one another. It's Miller Electric. For all of their information, just go to Miller Careers.
It's high-speed chaos.
They make contact!
Sunday at Echo Park Speedway.
Right into it! They crossed the line, and guess who wins the race?
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010 XL.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today, or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret, Dandy's never frozen, always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses, no dry crumbly subs here, only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little dude with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand, a quality sandwich. So do what I do and stop in at a Daly's and make yours a Dandy today.
Prosser here. Who are you? Really? 1010XL wants to know. Just by filling out the listener survey on 1010XL.com, you could win Jags tickets to the home opener, Gator football tickets, Jumbo Shrimp tickets, and more. All you have to do is tell us more about you. Fill out the 1010 listener survey at 1010XL.com. What kind of vehicles do you drive? Are you a business owner? What part of 1010XL do you like the most? We want to get to know you better so we can serve you better. Go to 1010XL.com, fill out the survey, and you could be a winner. Oh, it's a promise made perfect, gang, and it comes from Chad and Sandy. Your home sold guaranteed, or we'll buy it. They have the largest pool of buyers in the area. Their home selling program is designed to maximize your sales price. No long-term contracts, no costly repairs. You're in complete control. You need to sell now. Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, stress-free. And they deliver on this promise. Using their proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. They're the local real estate experts I trust and recommend. No required repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts you can cancel at any time. Marine on Pace Island and Fleming Island. I needed to downsize to a single-story home, but my house in Pace Island had been sitting on the market for 158 days. Heard Chad and Sandy on the radio, gave them a call. Their strategy generated multiple showings. Day 2, my home sold. Full asking price, $449. It can for you, too. Go to chadandsandy.com.
Imagine this. You and your buddies outside enjoying the warm weather. The grill is fired up, steaks are sizzling, drinks in hand, and you're all hanging out around your brand new outdoor kitchen. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can make it happen. From custom outdoor kitchens to fireplaces, fire pits, and more. They bring your backyard dreams to life. You dream it, they build it. Visit CSSFireplaces.com and make your backyard the place everyone wants to be this season.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
My goodness. We'll do the text line, 641-1010, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. Also on YouTube tonight. Still trying to figure out. Give us a little bit of time. I can't respond on YouTube. We changed all our passwords. And it's taken a little bit of time to get that done. But my goodness, man, there's some vicious stuff right now on our text line. 6587 says, Ballou, what's next? Trump calls the NFL and says he wants a penalty overturned. He wants a play overturned. He wants a score overturned. This is awful for the sport. It is awful for the United States. Okay, your opinion. Mine, the NFL would laugh. Okay, they would. The World Cup, FIFA did not. They crumbled. 9247, Helter Skelter Times. I read the book. A lot of people think that Bulosi, who wrote it, the lawyer, all of that is a mirage. All of that was the cell books, that he actually created the whole Helter Skelter, infamous Civil War, where Manson and company would go deep into Death Valley. The blacks would kill all the whites, and then Manson would come out to lead them. He said that never was the case. But then again, who are you going to believe? A lawyer? Or Charles Manson? 1789, Ballou. Sometimes a fake DJ is pretty cool. Yeah, that's still my goal. Unfortunately, the Blue Crab House is closed today. They're back at it tomorrow. Do you realize that on Tuesday, $2 margaritas? Up next, Hall & Oates, and then we'll follow it up with some Loverboy. How was your weekend? Did you get any fireworks, and we asked you about the couch. What did you do, Jared? Anything good? And yet another weekend here in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I went and saw some friends, hung out with some.
You already got friends. You've been here for like 2 days. Good for you.
Yeah. And then, of course, I spent some time with some of our coworkers and, hung out. And
good.
I had a good time. I always have a good time, though.
I know you do. I try to as well. The only time I have a bad time is if a team I like is playing and they're losing. I actually did something over this 3-day weekend that I've never done before, and I don't think I'll ever do in the future. I didn't have one drink in 3 days. Not one. We went out Friday night. No, wait, Friday night. Oh, Friday was the holiday. Yeah. Friday, Saturday, and did not have even one ice cold beer. I want to see if I could do it.
Man, you should reward yourself with a beer.
Well, I'm going on vacation in 4 days.
Oh, so you're just
want to save the liver a little bit.
You're benching the liver for a week.
So that is what I did. 4016 Ballou, Belgium as a country sucks anyway. 0333. To you, it's only a sports issue. That actually benefits our country's team. To a lot of people, it's another example of an unbridled corruption by this president. Okay. Don't watch the game. Or watch the game and root for Belgium. I'm fine. 8446. If citizens care that much about the switcheroo, then we be paranoid as a group. That makes me an outcast. Play him. Is that really an out? Is there really more people who are against playing him than playing him? I understand the other side is always going to be louder. But really, percentage-wise, if you can get an accurate survey, there's more that are upset that he's playing? 2023, last time someone asked, can't we just get along? Unfortunately, he was beaten repeatedly by the police. I'm well aware of that. It was awful in Los Angeles. Rodney King. Just terrible. Breaks my heart when I see things like that. I do. I don't like it. I don't like any of the fighting. 85-18, I can remember what triggered my thought, but I literally said the same sentence about 15 minutes ago. Why can't we get along? I don't know. I don't know why we can't get along. I think people enjoy arguing. Seriously. Arguing can be fun, especially on social media now. I mean, again, you don't see a lot of these political fights. You see protests and you see things that can get sideways. I mean, just look at January 6th, right? I mean, there are some really, really notable situations, but for the most part, it's just talking or putting it out there for other people to read. It's too bad. I mean, I'd love to be able to say to you, it should only matter if it comes from people that you really love or people that you really care about. I mean, if someone's on you and they're nameless and faceless, who cares? Right? I read negative ones all the time here. It doesn't bother me. It's your opinion. I'm glad you're listening. That's what I care about, is that you're listening. And that tomorrow, hopefully, this won't be a topic anymore. Tomorrow, we move on to something else. Heck, we're 15 days away from training camp? Or I guess it's the 24th, so we're 18 days away. I mean, that's here. I know where to go. If this was to come out, if this story had happened and it was training camp, I'll be honest with you. I probably wouldn't even talk about it. I may have mentioned it in the same sentence of me mentioning that Chris Sanchez got absolutely destroyed today by the Kansas City Royals. Sanchez, who many believe right there, I mean, what a run it's going to be for the National League Cy Young. Guy goes 3 1/3, 12 hits, 9 runs. by the Kansas City Royals. Just blown up. I probably would have said the same thing because you people are starving for Jaguars information. You want to know what happened over at the Miller Electric Center. You want to know who looked good, who did not look good for the Jaguars. So, yeah, hell yeah. But today's not training camp. Today's July 6th. All right, we're going to talk more soccer. Guess what? We're actually going to talk about the game. I'm going to let JJ LaSelva go. He's going to come on here at the top of the hour. That'll be at 7 o'clock. Again, we're getting a lot from you tonight on social media. A couple of ways that you can join us. YouTube, 1010XL into the night. Also on the text line, 641-1010, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Weather is as hot as can be, so think ahead. Get your backyard ready for football season with 15% off projects. Plus, get an additional in-showroom discount for both flooring and enclosures just for visiting. Maximize your space and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. If you have the space and the idea, call them today. Showroom's just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
I've spent 20 plus years around scoreboards, and here's what they don't tell you. Every number up there is somebody's story. So when I heard a number last week, I had to sit with it. Hacker here, Paige from Awaken 180 told me their clients just lost 1 million pounds. 1 million. That stopped me cold because I know exactly what my 120 was worth. Moving better, feeling better, down from over 300. Now multiply that feeling. My 120 is stacked in there with somebody's first 10. Somebody's knee that finally quit barking. Somebody stepping on a scale this morning and pumping their fist in an empty bathroom thanks to Awaken 180. That's not a stat. That's a whole stadium's worth of hometown wins. The scoreboard's still running. A doable program, a plan built specifically for you, coaching that adjusts as you go, and free support for life. 1 million pounds down and counting. The next win should be yours. Awaken 180weightloss.com.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
In this age of globalization, we've learned that bigger isn't always better. Ever tried to get phone help from a big corporation? From a real person? Good luck. That is what's so nice about Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Unlike publicly traded conglomerates with headquarters in faraway cities, Mike Merritt's Heating and Air remains family-owned and operated by Mike, your neighbor. Mike Merritt has delivered hometown service, integrity, and pricing for generations. The big guys incentivize their techs to sell you new equipment. Mike's team emphasizes repair first. We only sell you equipment if your current equipment is worn out and beyond repair. And let's be honest about price. Small operations without much overhead can sometimes lowball your job, but you can't trust just anyone with a truck. They may be here today and gone tomorrow. Mike Merritt has been keeping North Florida cool for more than 3 decades. That's experience and dedication you can count on. Call today or see us on the web.
Florida license number CAC 050384.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
What I want, you've got, and it might be hard to handle. But like a flame that burns a candle, the candle feeds the flame.
Saw Daryl Hall over at the St. Aug amp, probably, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago. He was good. What's his name who opened up for him? Had a couple of good tunes in the 80s. Wasn't a real big fan of them then. And again, that's the way things have kind of worked in the 80s. Guys that you didn't necessarily like. For me, you find yourself really appreciating them now. But I'd love to know what really happened between him and Oates. And, you know, I guess there's a restraining order that went down and something kind of vicious. But I don't know if we'll ever know. Ronaldo is gone. This is it. Portugal loses. Spain moves on. And the winner of tonight's game between the United States and Belgium will get Spain next. But Ronaldo did announce that this is it. This is his final World Cup. Now, what I'd like to know is Ronaldo like a boxer? Is Ronaldo like Garth Brooks or Barbara Streisand? Is this particular set of words meaningless? Will he bounce back? I don't know the answer to that question. Maybe I'll ask JJ. Maybe I won't. JJ is coming up at the top of the hour. What was the name of that song? God, was it Jones? No one. I'll think of it during the break and tell you at 7 o'clock. I should know it. He actually came on back with Daryl Hall and played a couple of tunes in his line. Let me check the. Usually, I got someone who's in here that was at the show and they would tell me that. What's that song? No one is ever to blame. Who sings that song? No one is ever to blame.
I can Google it?
Google it. Yeah,
okay.
It's an 80s tune. It's a little bit of a ballad. It's a little wimpy. Yeah, I like some slow songs. I like some love songs. I like some deep songs. But this one gets a little mushy for me. I remember it came out like circa like 84, 85.
Howard Jones?
That's it. It was Howard Jones. Opened for Daryl Hall. I think I was the youngest one there. It was great. It was a lot of fun. It was a blast. All right. Younger than me is Jared Justice. Younger than me is JJ LaSelva. He joins us next. We preview tonight's enormous game between the United States of America and Belgium.
He's our best tackler. Number 55 in the middle.
That's a bad boy.
Tom McManus.
Good tackle, boys.
10 to noon Fridays on Jaguars Today.
There is the pass rusher. He's extraordinary.
On 1010XL.
Neck pain, back pain, or headache, Shinatri Chiropractic has 4 locations: Westside, 103rd, Riverside, Arlington, and the Beaches. Acupuncture, dry needling, physical therapy. Relief starts today. Shinatri Chiropractic, 743-6700.
The birth of a child is a time of joy, but when complications during delivery lead to injury or death, families are left with lifelong problems. If you believe a medical mistake contributed to a birth injury, protect yourself and your family by understanding your legal options. Founded in Jacksonville, Edwards & Ragatz helps families evaluate medical negligence claims. No fees unless you recover damages. Call 904-INJURED or visit 904injured.com.
Edwards & Ragatz, offices Jacksonville.
Prosser here. When I'm doing home improvements, I like to deal with a local company, and I found one for windows and doors, Cash Building Material. They've been doing business in Jacksonville for 70 years, and with their experienced window and door specialists, you'll get no subcontractors, no runaround, just their own experienced crews who treat your house like it's theirs. Get a quote today. Thank me tomorrow. For windows and doors, search Cash Building Materials. Windows and doors done right.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
You know what's not patriotic? A septic emergency on a weekend. If you have a septic system, prevention beats panic every time. Duck Rooter has years of experience and honest pricing that keeps you in control before things get messy. During our Freedom from Septic Emergencies, get $50 off any septic service, including pump outs and sump pump installations. Save now and keep the emergency out of your summer. When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769. DuckDuckRooter.com.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Jacksonville, this is your club. Sporting Jacks is proudly representing the First Coast in the USL Championship, bringing professional soccer and unforgettable match day experience to Hodges Stadium. Feel the energy of professional soccer as Sporting Jacks continues to build something special on the First Coast. Join us as Sporting Jacks continues its historic inaugural season. Get tickets today at sportingjacks.com or call 904-863-KICK. Pro Soccer, Pro Jacks.
Hey, I'll be home in about 10 minutes. Actually, make it 8.
Hey, Mom. Yep, I'm walking home now. Mom, I'm trying to cross, but I don't think this driver sees me. No, they're driving too fast. Mom!
Speeding catches up with you. Early, on time, a little late, just get there safely. A message from the Florida Department of Transportation's Target Zero initiative.
Hey roofers, finish and close out jobs same day with PermitRockstar.com. Their full-service permitting platform helps contractors cut permitting delays by up to 80%. Stop waiting and start building with PermitRockstar.com.
You can actually win a side-by-side at Best Bet St. Augustine?
You know it. Only at Best Bet. The more you play, the more chances you have to win.
Poker, great food and drinks, and a chance to drive home in that side-by-side?
That's what all the buzz is about.
Play your favorite poker and table games at Best Bet St. Augustine for your chance to win an incredible side-by-side. Earn entries now through August 7th. Grand prize giveaway happens August 8th.
Now this just got serious.
Get in the action. Feel the excitement at Best Bet St. Augustine. Details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hey, and it's JJ with Selva. Of course, you hear him all over the place here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. He's got the soccer podcast that is out. It is burning, and he joins you after every single USA game in the World Cup, and that'll be tonight as well. The United States, an underdog against Belgium. Let's bring in JJ with Silva. How you doing, young man?
I'm a little nervous.
Are you?
We're like an hour from kickoff. The lineups just came out. I felt like my nerves were fine all day, but the closer we get, yeah.
Okay, I thought you were going to say the baby was coming and you had a big game that you wanted to watch.
Well, I do have a baby coming. That's not what I'm nervous about.
Now, if the United States wins, are you going to bring on listeners and sing John Denver's Country Roads?
Hell yeah. I would love to do that. I just have to learn the lyrics first. I only know the chorus.
Right.
Don't tell my mother that. That's like her favorite song of all time. But I actually thought that was really cool that sort of became their song. It's such a great sing-along. And As long as it's not Sweet Caroline, I'm
Oh,
happy.
thank God, man. I was at the
God.
Sox a couple of weeks ago, and I actually got into it because I was with the GF and her 7-year-old granddaughter. I couldn't be, just the angry guy, but it's like,
Yeah, you
look at
can't
these
be the
new Sox
Grinch.
fans, man. Even though it's been around now for probably 25 years.
Right.
I don't know. It's crazy. All right, everything that's been said, we've cut through that. Let's get to the game now. Since the red card was reversed and Balagun is back, what does this mean tonight for this team, in your opinion?
Okay, so the lineup just came out. He is starting, by the way. There was some speculation that, hey, they've been training for 4 days without him. Maybe they'll bring him on as a sub. No, they made the smart call. They're starting him tonight. He's our best goal scorer. So I think this is huge tactically for us because the guy who was going to replace Balagoon is Ricardo Pepi, and he is very slow. And the style of play we're going to have to play tonight is probably a lot more defensive than the other games so far in the tournament. We're going to have to hit them on the counterattack, and that takes speed, which we have now that Balagoon's back. It would have been a huge disappointment to have Pepi instead of him. Pepi, a good player, but in this style of match, when we need a guy who can run, Balagoon fits perfectly with how we want to play tonight.
What's your read on Belgium? I know absolutely nothing about them. I know diehard World Cup fans are aware, but, what do they give you on any given night?
So Belgium, you might think hey, that seems like a smaller country, smaller nation. Well, in the soccer world, they're a huge nation, and they're always deep in this tournament. They usually play well in the Euros as well. So in 2018, they finished third place in the World Cup. This is sort of an interesting time for their team because they had a golden generation of players starting in 2014 that's sort of aging out, but there's still a few of them on the roster. And then there's this new generation of Belgium talent coming through. So they're going to play an offensive style. They're going to want to be on the front foot, and they're going to want to score goals. It's going to be basically the complete opposite of the three teams we played in real matches so far in this tournament, who are sort of realizing, hey, they can't play football with us. We're going to have the ball most of the time, we as in the U.S., so let's just sit in a defensive low block. This is going to be the complete opposite. I think this game is going to be wide open. Belgium, like I said, they're going to want to go forward. They have a lot of attacking talent. Look for a guy named Jeremy Doku on the left side. He's going to be a handful for us all night long. Doku is super fast, and Lukaku might come on later. He's a big striker, scores tons of goals. He's been around forever. And then there's another guy, Charles de Ketelaere, who I don't expect you to remember that name, but you'll see him tonight. Really, really fun player. He's going to be everywhere. He's like a midfielder / striker guy. So they're going to try to play forward football, try to score goals, and we're going to try to hit them on the counterattack. So I would expect this to be sort of a basketball game, more back and forth, high-scoring game.
Interesting. JJ LaSalva, our guest, and of course, he'll be joining you immediately following tonight's matchup. We'll have JJ tell you about that in just 1 second. The United States and Belgium. All right, counterattack, back and forth, as you just said. Where is the United States' strength in this game?
Probably our counter pressing, which I'll explain that. But this is we're the best, in my opinion, out of all the teams left, and I'm including the Frances and the Spains, the real killers, England. We are the best counter pressing and pressing team. So what that means is when we don't have the ball, it's like a full court press, but all over the field. And then when we lose the ball, we're right in the face of the guy who gets it. We can easily win the ball off of them, and we turn turnovers into offensive, chances. And that's what we do best. We turn turnovers into chances. We get in people's face. We're really athletic. We're really fast, basically everywhere, besides our defensive back line. But we're a really great counter-pressing team. I would say we're better than any team in the tournament.
2.5. Why do I believe this is at least a 2-1 game? I'm looking at the over here tonight,
Yeah.
but I'm surprised by that total.
I agree. Well, it's soccer. There's only one or two, like hockey. There's not too many different point over-unders they're going to give you, but I like the over 2 in this game. But be wary when you are betting on soccer, folks. This is in the latter stages, so that just means 90 minutes. So if it goes to extra time, that doesn't matter. So if you're betting 2.5, that's just the result after 90 minutes. So there's different ways to bet, like the over/under goal total if it goes to extra time and it's an extra 30 minutes. But if it's 1-1 and it goes to extra time and somebody wins 2-1, you still lose that bet. So just keep that in mind.
All right, JJ, it took us this long in the conversation to finally get to it. But the officials, I always go down that road because of what happened with the reversal of the red card. Does Belgium get a call, maybe 2 tonight?
So I'm glad you brought that up because you were the only person, they have me on a lot of shows previewing these games. And before the last game, you were the only guy who brought up the officials and what they could do to the game. And I said, hey, if it's a red card situation, that could be like one of the only things that could totally screw us. And that happened. So do I think tonight that the ref's going to be terrible for us? Probably. Not only because of what happened with the Balagoon, red card rescinding or whatever. It makes the officials look like a fool. Not only because of that, but because we always get screwed by the officials. They always hate us. They always treat us like crap. So this is nothing different. If anything, it's going to be notched up. So, yeah, I fully expect it to be 11 versus 12 tonight for the U.S., as it always is.
Here's what I envision. Bad call. Trump walks on the field and demands a reversal.
Please. Listen, I just think this whole thing is comical because it's brought a lot of people, this sport is new to so many people, specifically in America. And it's like, it seems like a big deal, but this is nothing, man. Listen, they did this for like 3 or 4 players, even leading up to the World Cup, where they got red cards and they totally got rid of their suspensions. Real quick, so the African Championship, basically like all the countries compete in Africa to decide who's the champion of Africa. That just happened in December. So what happened on the field was some team, Senegal, there was a penalty against them like really late in the game, basically the last kick. They completely leave the field for like 20 minutes. The refs had to get them to drag them back. They come. The Morocco misses the penalty and ends up going to extra time. Senegal wins. So the team that left the field ended up winning in extra time. Well, a month later, so they're crowned champions of Africa. A month later, some random court decides, hey, since you left the field, Morocco's actually a 3-0 winner. They're the champions of Africa. So like this madness, this randomness, that's just what soccer is. It's just like college football, man. Where we have all these judges and random politicians deciding who's eligible, who can play, which quarterback, and which. It's the exact same as college football. It's the Wild West of sports.
Boy, I'm learning a lot. I remember, I think it was 72 when it was the Broad Street Bullies, the Philadelphia Flyers, who beat the living tar out of the Soviet Union. Their coach just pulled them off the ice and said, that's it. Dave Schultz and company wounded them. All right, JJ, give us how you see this game playing out tonight, and also tell them about the podcast and where they can reach you after the game, win or lose.
Okay, like I said, I think it's going to be more of a back and forth. I think both teams are going to score. I think it goes to extra time. I'm going to say Belgium beats us, unfortunately, 3-2. I think they're too talented for us, in my opinion. So I think when the reserves have to start coming on late in the game, that's when Belgium's really going to have an advantage over us. So I'm going to say Belgium 3-2 in extra time. And no matter when the game ends, win, lose, or draw, whatever happens, the second he blows that final whistle, go to 1010XL's YouTube page or Twitter. I will be on there reacting live, hopefully to your United States victory.
Yeah, sounds good. JJ, thank you. We'll hear from you later.
Thank you, Rick.
There he goes, soon to be a daddy. That is JJ Silva. Yeah. He and his wife expecting for the first time. That is really, really, really cool. You're a hockey guy. You old enough to remember the Soviet Union getting pulled off the ice by their coach?
I was born in the 90s. So.
Yeah. Well, YouTube's great with this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever go back and watch old school hockey fights.
I'll watch every once in a while if I've overserved myself. I'll go back and I'll watch like the Quebec Nordiques just getting annihilated in the guys not wearing helmets.
Oh yeah. Well, let me tell you this. If you're because I care, I do. I care about everyone. If you are boycotting the game tonight and you're just not going to watch because you've had it, go to YouTube, pull up old school hockey fights, and just sit back and enjoy. It's a totally different era, a totally different game, and it was crazy. But anyway, I want to say it might have been in 74 because that's the year that Philadelphia beat Boston. Anyway, the Soviet Union came in, Flyers just literally beat them to a pulp. And that was such a physical team. They were called the Broad Street Bullies. And that's on video. You can see that as well, man. They are just taking total liberties. Anyway, it's there if you so choose. All right, when we come back, I got a nugget on the Jags and look at the stuff coming in. I'm going to get to you. If you are taking time to write to us tonight about what is such a big deal now involved with this World Cup, I am going to get to you. I'm going to try my best to get to you all. 641-1010. That is the text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures.
There's new life in Duval.
All aboard!
Get on board. This train is about to roll. 1010XL. This World Cup soccer update is laced up by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes and Houston's Meats.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer Update. I'm Phil Constantino. At the World Cup, the U.S. men's national team meets Belgium 8 p.m. Eastern in Seattle for a spot in the quarterfinals. The American success surprising to many, but not center back Chris Richards.
Coming into the tournament, there was a lot of question marks about our whole team in general. And again, I think game by game, we started to prove people wrong and prove ourselves right. I think we knew we had it the whole time. It was just a matter of showing it. So I'm glad it's coming out at this time.
A win and the U.S. is in the quarterfinals for the first time in 24 years. The Americans are just 1-5 all time in the round of 16. Flo Balogun will play in this match for the U.S. after his red card was suspended. Winner of tonight's match gets Spain in the quarterfinals. Spain topped Portugal earlier today, 1-0. For a deeper dive into the men's team, download the official U.S. Soccer podcast. Phil Constantino, Westwood One Sports.
You know that junk drawer you keep avoiding? That was my payroll situation before switching to Gusto, the online payroll and benefits software built for small businesses. Gusto is all-in-one, remote-friendly, and incredibly easy to use. You can pay, hire, onboard, and support your team from anywhere with unlimited payroll runs and no surprise fees. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
The right patio sets the scene. The right grill steals the show. For a limited time during July 4th, extra big deals at Lowe's. Get two 12x12-inch square patio stones for only $3. Plus, save $100 on a select Charbroil Performance Series 4-burner gas grill. Now just $179. All you need now is good company. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/6. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Ballou here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
This is Patrick Malarkey. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist did a PRP treatment on my knee, which was absolutely painless, and now I feel fantastic.
David Garrard here, and PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is still working well for me. When I needed professional orthopedic care, I chose Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. My knees thank me every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Get out of the city and into the woods and the water.
Keep on working it.
On the Nimnicht Outdoors Show, Captain Kevin and Captain Kirk join Jeff Lageman.
I am shooting one today.
Get hooked Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to make sure your property is ready. Weak, damaged, or overgrown trees can become a serious hazard when storms move in. Trust the experts at Lucas Tree Service with over 45 years of experience for professional tree trimming, removal, and storm preparation. Don't wait until a storm is on its way. Schedule your tree assessment today at lucastreeservice.com.
Renewal by Anderson is celebrating America's 250th anniversary by giving $250 off every window and door, plus 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. You're getting American craftsmanship and their signature service. This offer ends July 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partners of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Today's vehicles are smarter than ever, but that also means they need more precision than ever. Features like lane assist, collision warning, and adaptive cruise control all rely on cameras, sensors, part of what's called ADAS. And if those systems are even slightly off, they might not work correctly. That's why, after certain repairs, your vehicle will need ADAS calibration. At G&H Tires and Service, they have the ADAS system, so your vehicle's safety features work the way they're supposed to. Don't guess with your safety. G&H Tires and Service. Precision that protects.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal. What's the matter? I came right over.
It's my water, Jason. Smell this.
Yeesh.
That came out of my tap, Jason. I'm worried there's a lot more in there than just H and 2 and O.
Well, yeah. In Jacksonville, we have some of the hardest water in Florida. There's calcium carbonate in there and magnesium sulfate and...
I'm sorry, calcium... what now?
It's the same stuff that makes those cool stalactites in caves.
Well, it's making my shower all powdery, my tap's all crusty, and caves make me claustrophobic.
Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Call Bueller Air and Plumbing. And our water treatment experts will do a free water quality test. We'll check for minerals, bacteria, anything that might make your water smelly or damage your plumbing or appliances.
And if it's bad, you can fix it?
Your glasses will come out cleaner, your shampoo will lather better.
I like a good lather, Jason.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Today, we tip our wrench to Rock Auto customer Noah.
My first car was a 2001 Dodge Neon with a blue wing, and it happened to match my high school sweetheart, who's now my wife, her black 2005. So my uncle has been in the industry for well over 25 years. He recommended Rock Auto immediately to buy my first set of brakes. I would recommend Rock Auto just because it's simple, it's easy to find the parts you're looking for, it's all at a good price.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
Into the night with Rick Ballou.
Life is older,
92.5
older than the trees.
All right, J.J. LaSalva said if the United States wins, he will be singing this with the listeners tonight after the game. I mean, this is AM rock.
West Virginia.
This is station wagon rock. And it's the song of the World Cup for the United States. All right, we have breaking news on Diana Rossini. Apparently, and I've seen the video, spotted on a cruise with the kids in a bikini and the husband. So everything is apparently good right now, which I'm happy about because of the children. And out on a cruise. So there you go. That is the very latest with Diana Rossini. I'm sure a lot of you out there have seen that as well. Hey, let me give you this. Because it is really intriguing as far as I'm concerned. Why have the Jaguars, and I think I know the answer to the question. The Jaguars have dropped a game when it comes to their win total for the 2026 season. Let me see it right here. February 1st, they were 9.5. That was their total. As of July 1st, actually it changed in June 1st, and then it remained the same July 1st. Now 8.5. And the entire tone has been what? They didn't do anything in free agency. They let ETN get away. They let Lloyd get away. And they reached in the NFL draft. I think that has a great deal to do with it. But I'll tell you what else is enormous, in my opinion, why they have dropped a game. It's because you're playing Houston and London. You got to knock off Houston now by beating them in Texas and in London. I think that's the biggest factor of them all. Playoffs, to make the playoffs, minus 130. To miss the playoffs, minus 130. Wow. I mean, you got to give up money. Make the playoffs, plus 110. Win the AFC South, plus 245. That to me would be the bet. Plus 245. You lay down $100. If they win the AFC South, you get back your 100. You get back an additional $245. I like that better than 8.5. I think they win more than 8.5. Again, I did it when the schedule dates came out. I had them at 10-7. I had it 10-7 a year ago. We'll do it again before, right before game 1 against Cleveland. And then obviously what really makes sense is the week of every game because of injuries and everything that does transpire. But that looks like a pretty good bet to me. Plus 245. It's up from where they were in June, which was only plus 230. Win the AFC, plus 1,500. Here's what's really intriguing. In February, to win the Super Bowl, they were plus 2,200. Lay $100 down. Win 2,200. They've gone to plus 3,000 since June 1st. And they've stayed with it July 1st. So there you go. Very latest there. Some interesting numbers. 92.47 Ballou, Rick showing huge crowds behind the Fox broadcast stage, all singing country roads. Yep. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to get into that. It's not what we are actually talking about. 5933, Rick, you're talking about for the same reason people speed stuff on social media, attention, reactions, clicks. You're above that. Don't I'm reading his stuff. I think he's trying to say perpetuate. How do you say it? I can't read his writing.
Perpetrate?
Maybe that's it. More negativity. I get it. A lot of these are voice.
Perpetuate.
There you go. Perpetuate. Yeah. I think a lot of these are are vocal because people are driving, and sometimes I can't get them all. 2205. The whole damn thing is because of the media's hatred of Trump. During any other time, the whole country would be standing with their chest out because the president stood up for the country. Yeah, well, I think there's some truth to that. More comments on Belgium. By the way, if I am providing more negativity to the 5933, that's not my intent here. My intent here was how divided we are. That was my whole spiel. We're supposed to be a diversion from the everyday problems, and to see the reaction of this, right after our 250th birthday is really disappointing to me. There's no other way to say it. Yada, yada, yada. 6587 of the show. Fellow Seminole, long-time loyal listener. I believe you're wrong about one thing. Trump doesn't care if we win or lose. He simply wants to be the focus of the story. That has been his track record for the last 50 years, and that's exactly what happened. Okay, that's fine. I happen to think he wants to win. You happen to think it's all about him being the main man of the story. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. 0041 JJ should be more worried about the USA soccer since they never do anything. I have way more faith in JJ as a father. I hope so. Yeah, that's pretty good. No doubt about it. To you, it's only a sports issue. It benefits our country. Sent to a lot of people. Another example of unbridled corruption by the president. Yep, I'm getting quite a few of those. I'm not going to try to argue with you on that. Is this corrupt what he did? Yeah, absolutely. He forced the change. And I happen to love it. Just my way of looking. You heard JJ say, the USA always gets screwed. They get screwed by the officials all the time. 9404, FIFA won't be bullied. Don't be surprised if Ballou gets ticky-tack yellow carded, which turns red. The USA goes to 10 men, the game, or the next one. Yeah, another question I asked JJ. How are these officials? What is going to happen? Is there going to be a call tonight that we all sit back, watch, and say, that is a really, really bad call? 8306, Rick just hopped on. What happened? What hasn't happened? The show has been just off the chart. 1022, for what it's worth, the FIFA president claims that they were already reviewing this penalty before Trump called. Okay. 7656, Rick, I couldn't agree with you more. Root for the players. Was an Obama voter, but wished him well. Respected the office. Pretty good job. Put America and your neighbors first. That's what's important. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolutely. And if you don't want to go that far to wish ill on people, I'm hearing from friends of mine, members of the media, people who totally disagree with me. I don't hate them because of their opinion. I don't even dislike them because of their opinion. It's fine. We disagree. And that's fine. But that's what's scary about all this is that, and I'm talking about much deeper issues than a red card reversal. You see families get broken. You see friendships get just torn apart because of their beliefs. And I just think it's getting worse as opposed to better. Maybe you'll tell me in a couple of years things will get back and everyone will be happy. I'll tell you right now, regardless of who's voted in a couple of years, my opinion will be the same. I hope you're happy and I hope you're healthy. 3800. Man, the president's on point with what he did, and I damn near hate him. Yeah, there's a lot of that coming in tonight as well. Ballou from the 3525. I only got 3 words for you. USA, USA, USA. There you go. 00401, Ballou, can we stop talking about politics on Sports Talk Radio? I know it works. It literally destroys families, and it's a major reason I'm listening to Sports Talk Radio. Name a damn song and tell me you're good at. You know what? Here's to you, bro. How many times have I said we are a diversion from the everyday problems? I stay away from it all the time. It's impossible to stay away from this story tonight. It is. It's absolutely impossible. And I think it would be less of me or anyone else just to ignore it. There's a lot of things I just ignore. You can't ignore this when you have a game coming up in 30 minutes. Speaking of which, I got to head to a break, don't I? No doubt about it. But you know what? Regardless of what's gone on, I mean, look at all these comments. They're just out of this world. There's this one after another, after another, after another. You people care about it. And in my opinion, you can say whatever you want. I'm going to read it. I may not agree with you. Yeah, obviously, a lot of you don't agree with me. And maybe we could sit down and talk about it. Maybe we could break some bread and drill some beers. I doubt you're going to change my opinion. I doubt I'm going to change your opinion. But there aren't going to be fists flying, and I'm not going to think any differently about you after it. That's my point. We all disagree. But to this extreme, it's kind of crazy. I mean, actually rooting for Belgium? Boycott's one thing. And as I said earlier, New York's filthy. Did you hear from one New York Knicks fan who was like, I don't want the Knicks to win the NBA championship because Trump went to the game? The country flipped out about Trump going to the game. And you know what? I get it. I get it. Absolutely. But even in that city, I don't remember anyone coming out and saying the Knicks haven't won since Richard Nixon in 1973. And I don't want them to win the NBA championship because Trump went to the game and he's a Knicks fan. I didn't hear that. So it does feel like at times you pick spots. Now, I'm sure people in other states said it. I don't remember. I really didn't even get into it. I don't even know if I mentioned it. It was another one of those deals where I just let it go, as I typically do. Tonight's different, though. There's just no way you can avoid something as controversial as this.
Holler at Hacker. If you got something to say, holler at Hacker.
Hey, Hacker!
Call it, text it, drop it in the chat. Holler at Hacker. Anything and everything. Monday nights from 8 to 10 on 1010XL.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey man, what's Hard Rock Bet giving you players?
If you win your first $5 bet, you get $150 in bonus bets.
$750? ¿Cuánto? Oh, was that Ronaldinho? Sounds like his first bet scored.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New customers bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company is hiring for an estimator. Are you a motivated, customer-focused professional who enjoys working with people and doing things the right way? We want to hear from you. Send your resume to JCW Roof at jcwroof.com or call 904-396-1546. Family owned and operated since 1946. Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company, the first name in Jacksonville roofing.
Celebrate the month of July with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129 and take $75 off air duct cleaning as well. Hick it here. Book online at ZeroResJacksonville.com. Take advantage of the savings.
At the Y, there's no place like this place. More than just a gym, the YMCA is a community where support, connection, and your well-being come first. And now, getting started is easier than ever with Your Rate, an income-based, affordable membership designed to fit your lifestyle and your budget so you can focus on what really matters, feeling better, moving more, and connecting with others. Join today and discover a place where you truly belong. Learn more about Your Rate at fcymca.org.
I-9 Sports is year-round. Fun for kids 3 and up. From North Jacksonville to Fleming Island, Neptune Beach to Orange Park, I-9 Sports makes it convenient for you with their 1-day-per-week commitment with practice before the game. It's easy to fit it into your schedule. Log on to i9sports.com and register now for fall and winter. Flag football, hoops, baseball, soccer, volleyball, and multi-sport. There's something for every youngster in North Florida. Fall and winter registration open right now at i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount.
Daily
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings. And I'm Chester, the Checkmate King. The two most important factors behind a great garage floor coating are the preparation and the application.
So we prepare every floor with high-performance diamond grinding pads. But just ugly diamonds, right, Brendan? If we find any nice ones, I could use some crown jewels.
Sorry, Chester. Our special grinding pads use diamonds that are too ugly for jewelry.
But they create the perfect surface to bind with our multi-layer polymer coating for years of durable performance.
You'll have to pick out jewelry on your own time, Your Highness.
The term is Your Majesty, Brendan, but I'll let it go this time.
Perfect preparation?
Check. Expert application?
Check. A gorgeous new floor that sparkles like a diamond in your garage? Checkmate!
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
What Major League Baseball team has never been to a World Series? The answer next.
Southern Oak Insurance is proud to continue offering coverage statewide. Financial stability makes Southern Oak Insurance a wise choice for your homeowner's insurance needs. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The Seattle Mariners, who were founded in 1977, have never been to the World Series.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
Well, it's all about Team USA. We are 22 minutes away from the start. The United States and Belgium, the red card reversal, all of the comments that have been stated about it. It's time to put that away and play some soccer. I think it'll be very interesting tonight to see how the referees are in this game. And Nick said, you knew in the first quarter. I remember when they played Notre Dame in the national title. I remember going on and on. Watch early in the first quarter, because he's Nick Saban, he's going to get a call. You know, we always talk about Jordan rules and guys who get calls. I grew up in Boston where if Wade Boggs didn't swing, it wasn't a strike. It could be right down the heart of the plate, and it didn't matter. I tend to think that tonight you're going to see some calls go against the United States. And I'm glad JJ agreed with me. Had him on earlier to talk about just that. So, anyway, have a fun time. Watch the game. It should be a blast. Ballou, 53-51. Let's go USA. Yeah. 59-73. Ballou, 2 weeks ago, half these jokers thought a red card was a half deck of poker cards. And now everyone has a fight, like the sky's fight. Well, that was one of the points I made at the very beginning of the program. Is that a lot of these people that are so loud right now don't even watch soccer, don't even know anything about soccer. I don't care either way. Some really do. Yeah. Good for you if you don't care. About the controversy. I'm not saying about the game, right? I mean, I would assume that you're rooting for the United States of America. 22-94. It's funny. Only game Nick's lost in over a month was the one Trump was there for. That is perfect. 22-94. 39-28. The president loves the country. I'm not going to get into that side of it. Be a little bit better than that. I don't want to open up a complete can of worms. And I think that would do just that. Yeah, some of these are a little vicious. And not towards me, but towards others. And see, that's what I'm trying to get away from, is one side going after the other side. I don't like that. 9354 Ballou, that was the best monologue of your life. Long-time listener. Really? Wow, man. Thank you, but I think I've had many, many, many more. I'm not a big soccer guy. Yeah, I'm big for our country, obviously, but I think I've been far more passionate about things that are closer. I'm not trying to say that one is more important than the other, but it is. I mean, the USA winning the gold medal in hockey was enormous. Men and women. Wasn't nearly as cool as 1980 because of the absurd overtime rule of 3-on-3 hockey, which is just so stupid. But I'm not a soccer guy. I'm not. But I've absolutely all about it. I'm actually looking forward to watching this game tonight. I appreciate those comments. 9383, good evening, Rick. What do you think the theme song should be instead of Country Roads? How about 2 Tickets to Paradise? I don't know. It's got to be American, right? No one's more American than Eddie Money. He was a cop in New York. I don't know. It's another great American. We just went through it with the... Well, I kind of like to pick the Canadian brewed American Woman by the Guess Who. Or how about we're an American band? Right? That's Grand Funk Railroad, who also sang Getting Closer to Our Home. I'm getting closer to my home. Maybe that's what I'll do tonight. Maybe I'll just turn off the game and listen to some Grand Funk Railroad. I mean, that's a great way to spend a Monday night. 3952 Ballou, of course, USA definitely was speaking about the country. Yes. I knew it. More people saying they enjoy my fake DJ stuff. It is fake, but it's not fake. It's kind of like what I really want to do. I just told you about listening to Grand Funk Railroad late tonight. I'm not kidding about that. 1075 says it should be Enter the Sandman. Now, I asked the band America, who's actually from Europe, about the song Sandman, which is some of the greatest lyrics in rock and roll history, where they still weren't able to drink the beers together. Let me find the exact wording here before we bounce out. But this is another one that you folks should maybe play tonight late at night. Okay? It says, because I understand you've been running from the man that goes by the name of the Sandman. He flies the sky like an eagle in the eye of a hurricane that's abandoned. Funny, I've been there and you've been here. And we ain't had no time to drink that beer. Oh, man, give me America any day of the week, including tonight against Belgium.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
on.
For 250 years, Americans have valued freedom, independence, and peace of mind. This month, Duck Rooter is helping homeowners enjoy a little more of all three. If your home's plumbing is constantly leaking or causing costly repairs, save $250 on a whole home repipe or redrain during our America's 250th birthday celebration. Get the reliable plumbing your family deserves with trusted service and upfront pricing. When you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
I'm Rick Ballou. DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Florida. Win or go home. That's it. That's the World Cup knockout round. And DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in Florida. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you are in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Florida, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code 1010XL, spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code 1010XL in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions. Dollars that expire in 1 year, ends July 19th. Terms, dkng.co/predictions. Promo.
It's summertime, and Aleve is here to keep you on the go. Whether it's planes, trains, or automobiles, Aleve's got your back with up to 12 hours of back pain relief. With just one dose, you'll get to your destination and be ready for your next adventure. So pack your sunscreen, your shades, and your Aleve. No matter where your final stop, Aleve will keep you moving. From sunup to sundown, Aleve's got your back this summer. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
It's Christmas in July at Beard's Diamonds. Why not celebrate your anniversary with a stunning eternity band or a pair of diamond stud earrings? Buy now and get up to 40% off. Don't miss this annual event. Best prices of the year store-wide. And remember, Beard's Diamonds is your local jeweler with over 4 decades of delivering the best value, the best quality, and the best overall experience. With no commission salespeople, no corporate sales quotas, and no nonsense pricing. Beard's Diamonds at the shops at Town Center. Shop local. Shop Beards.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414-SOD for a free estimate. 7414-SOD.
There's no better time than now to buy your football season parking pass from Tailgaters. Complete with on-site restaurant, indoor restrooms, and all-day security. Tailgaters Parking's selling out. Log on to tailgatorsparking.com today.
Today, we tip our wrench to Rock Auto customer Noah.
My first car was a 2001 Dodge Neon with a blue wing, and it happened to match my high school sweetheart, who's now my wife, her black 2005. So my uncle has been in the industry for well over 25 years. He recommended Rock Auto immediately to buy my first set of brakes. I would recommend Rock Auto just because it's simple, it's easy to find the parts you're looking for, it's all at a good price.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, we are T-minus 10 minutes away from the huge matchup coming up tonight. Belgium, hopefully on the receiving end of a United States victory. Hacker Nation is here. It'll take you through the game. Could be a lot of fun to see this tonight.
Yeah, it will be. A lot of nerves. I think it's the biggest game in the history of United States men's soccer. Their opportunity to get back to the quarterfinals. They've only been to the quarterfinals one time, and that was in 2002. And as we were talking about earlier today with Hayes Carline, when they did that in 2002, that World Cup was played in South Korea. And those games were literally at 5 and 6 a.m. in the morning in the East Coast. Tonight, your prime time. The entire country will be watching. I bet this television viewing tonight gets an NFC championship game style number. I mean, Telemundo and Fox last Wednesday were 32 million. That beat Game 5 of the NBA Finals by 12 million viewers. Game 5 of the NBA Finals, Knicks Spurs had 20 million. They're predicting 35 to 40 million watching tonight, which would be the most watched game in the history of United States men's soccer.
How does that rate against Florida State, New Mexico State on a Friday night?
On August 29th. Now, that's going to be up there. I mean, whenever New Mexico State comes to Doak Campbell, that'll be a big, big deal to kick off the college football season.
Everything that's happened, everything that's been said, everyone's had an opinion, including myself, and I read several here on our text line during the course of the program. But where I'm at now becomes the officiating. What do you believe here tonight? Is Belgium going to get calls, and are we going to come back tomorrow, or you tonight and say, that is a reaction to the red card reversal?
I believe they could, and let's not kid ourselves. If this was Belgium that lost a star player on Wednesday, and we think that star player is going to be out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we find out Sunday that said Belgium player is back in and the red card gets taken away, we'd all be fuming pissed.
No doubt.
So Belgium has every right to be very, very upset. But what this has morphed into now, unfortunately, is the United States versus the world. And a large part of that is because reportedly Donald Trump got involved. And when Donald Trump gets involved, we know the can of worms that stirs up, not only internationally, but here in the United States as well. And it's become a big spectacle. I look at it as no one wants us to win now. It is an us versus the world mentality, which I'm fine with, because at the end of the day, Rick, they got it right. It was a terrible red card. That official who gave said red card has been investigated in the past for transgressions he did in his home country of Brazil. I think the right decision was made. How they got to it, the process of getting to it, was probably the wrong process, but Balogun should have never had the red card. He should have never been thrown out of Wednesday night's game. And if it took a call from the president to get the wheel rolling on that, honestly, I have no problem with it.
Yeah. A lot of people agree with you. A lot of people disagree. I think it's the worst call since maybe Herb Hebner allowed the stable of classy Freddie Blassie, Adrian Adonis, and Jesse Ventura to take the title away from Ricky Steamboat and Pedro Morales.
Boy, you're going old school there. I like that.
Yeah. All right. Hey, so you have that coming up. What else?
Yeah, we're actually, obviously, analysis as the match is going on. We're not going to get too far away from the World Cup. We'll mix a little bit of football in. But on Monday nights now, we're going to start something new. It's called Holler at Hacker. We're going to open up the phone lines at 904-641-1010. And we thought tonight would be a great start. So maybe during the first half, but certainly at halftime of the United States and Belgium, phone lines will be open. We'll be getting people's thoughts and comments about the first half, previewing the second half as well.
All right, man. Have a blast.
Thanks, Rick.
There he is, Hacker Nation. Jared Justice, you're giving stuff away. You've only been here for a couple of weeks, and look at you once again. What do you have for our listeners?
A pair of voucher tickets to see the Jumbo Shrimp at ViStar Ballpark. The Shrimp are home all this week against the Durham Bulls.
All right, so you'll take caller, why not? Number 1-641-1010. You get to talk with Jared Justice, who's on the cusp of finally getting his couch. Folks, spirited show. Regardless of your opinion, I read them all. Just hope things get better and we can agree as we do move forward. Boy, today's been just crazy. Enjoy the game, okay? Hopefully most of you, or if not all of you, are going to watch it. I know I am. We'll talk about it on Tuesday. Ryan O'Halloran is going to join us on Tuesday. We have a lot on the Jags. I still have a few Jaguar topics that I didn't have an opportunity to get to that I was planning on until all of this really took off. All right, that'll do it for Jared Justice and JJ LaSelva. My name is Rick Ballou. We'll talk tomorrow at 6.
What is it that this town really does well?
1010XL. Jacksonville's football station.
E.T. here for Encore Research. And this summer, discover the power of research.
Clinical studies are helping researchers find better ways to prevent, diagnose, and treat disease. And community members like you make it all possible. Your participation could help drive the next generation of healthcare discoveries. Find out how you can make a difference at EncoreDocs.com. Research moves forward because of volunteers like you. Let's build a healthier Jacksonville together.
Hunting season in Northeast Florida is just around the corner, and Green Acres Sporting Goods has been serving Jacksonville hunters for over 55 years. And right now, you can lock in a summer deal on an AR-style 12-gauge shotgun for just $299. And while you're there, check out the largest archery pro shop in Northeast Florida and test shoot the newest bows by Hoyt and Matthews. Shop today at Green Acres Sporting Goods.
Rick Ballou here with a congratulations for John's Auto. They've been in business in Jacksonville for 40 years. That's right, going all the way back to 1985. Right now, they'd like to thank each and every one of you who's ever gotten their vehicle serviced at John's Auto. So, car, truck, or diesel, all makes, all models, whether it's a routine maintenance or a complete engine overhaul, go to John's Auto on Arlington Road, JohnAutomotiveJacks.com.
The flagship station of the Jaguars, WJXL AM Jacksonville.